It is now time for our series, Women Mean Business. And today's guest is someone who is breaking barriers in women's professional sports. Her name is Natalie Nakase, and just this month she was named as the head coach for the WNBA's newest team, the Golden State Valkyries. She'll join us live in just a moment, but first, here's some of her story.
Cool. We have a head coach.
As the first head coach of the brand new Golden State Valkyries, Natalie Nakase is making WNBA history and breaking barriers as the first Asian American woman to ever be named head coach in the league, a dream she's had for nearly a decade. It's the pinnacle of a lifelong love for basketball, which started growing up in Southern California, where her dad introduced her to the game at just 6 years old. She then went on to play as a walk-on athlete for UCLA in 1998, where she became team captain. After college, she made history as the first Asian player to join the National Women's Basketball League in 2003. But after a knee injury cut her playing career short, Nakase turned to coaching, starting off in Germany before 10 seasons with the NBA Los Angeles Clippers, then 3 years as assistant coach to the WNBA Las Vegas Aces, helping bring home 2 championships, and celebrating each win by honoring the man she calls the reason for her success, her dad. From shattering glass ceilings to building a legacy, Natalie Nakase is a woman who means business.
And Natalie is here live with us in studio. Natalie, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Congratulations. So exciting. It's been about 2 weeks now since this announcement. We had Valkyries President Jess Smith on a little while ago with us. I feel like I've been on this preseason journey with you all, and we're so excited for you. How's it been? How have you been feeling since the announcement?
Just excited, I mean, it's overwhelming. It just came right after my season, but I'm just excited. I'm ready to work with some of the best women in women's sports, and so yeah, I'm excited.
Looking over here at her GM as well. Tell us a little bit about what it's going to be like to build a team. We've been fascinated by it sort of coming out of thin air. Right now, the Golden State Valkyries are real, but there aren't players yet. Right. So what will this process now be like for you?
Just a lot of meetings. We had a meeting actually right after the press conference. Auriemma and Vanya, they had a list of players and what it's going to look like. I had my list, and so right now it's just about building, right? Getting the characteristics of what our team needs to fulfill, and then all just coming together to pick the exact 11 to 12 players that we really, really want to win a championship.
And that process starts in December, is that right?
December 6th.
And what will that be like? Because that you get a chance then, as well as a little bit later next year.
Right. So every team will be able to protect 6 of their players, and we'll be able to pick a player from each team on December 6th. So it's pretty exciting.
And you already have your eyes out?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We've been working, and so, yeah, it's now just about collaboration, and bringing the best players together.
Absolutely. Tell us what you think we can expect for this season, once the Golden State Valkyries start playing, and what's going on behind the scenes. I've met several now powerhouse women who are behind the Valkyries. What's that process like? What's the team like?
Well, the team-wise is going to be gritty, right? Our defense is going to create our offense. I think that's really the main reason why we won in Las Vegas with Las Vegas Aces. We won 2 championships because of our defense. So we're going to be gritty. We're going to be physical. We're going to be in your face, and then that'll carry over to our offense and lead to easy points. And then the women behind it, these are special, special women. I've really got to know them over the last couple weeks. And what's special about them is they talk about women empowerment, but they're actually doing it intentionally with their heart. And when you have that, it's really special. And then on top of that, they're super humble. They want to be behind scenes. They don't want the limelight, and I think that's what's going to make the Valkyries just go sky high.
Oh, and we can't wait to see. We just mentioned their viewers just learned about your lifelong love of basketball, about your dad inspiring that. What does it mean for you and for your family to have made it here, knowing that it's been a dream for you for so long?
It just means everything. As I grew up, I was 6 years old when I started playing basketball, and it basically was my love language with my dad. Everyone's like, "What's your love language?" Well, it's basketball. And so, yeah, just taking in on everything that he's taught me since I was little. And unfortunately, he passed a couple of years ago, and so I just hope, I'm just making him proud, for everything that he's taught me and instilled in me. I really do think he's prepared me for this moment specifically. And then now it's like delivering, what Joe Lacob is saying. Let's get a championship in 5 years.
I'm sure he's so proud. I'm sure he was top. I love to ask, especially when we are speaking with women who are in a field that is kind of traditionally regarded as a male-dominated one, being in sports.
Yes.
your advice to young women who are listening right now, who are watching, who are inspired by you, a young woman who maybe wants to be a basketball player or wants to go into sports business, but they're kind of scared or they don't know where to start. What's your advice?
My advice is it's time. You know, it is time. I think everything that I've learned working in the NBA and the WNBA, women are fantastic leaders, especially with sports. You know, I think the two key things as coaches is, number one, you have to build confidence, and number two, you have to be a great communicator. And I think women are just, they're just amazing just because I think they're naturally great at it. And so, like, for my advice is just like, it's time, and men, start hiring these women as leaders because they are well needed, I think, in sports.
And by the way, it seems like what's happening with women's sports is not a moment, it's a movement.
Right. Yeah.
And this is a time if you're a young woman and you want to jump in.
Yes. And then again, if this is your passion, just follow your passion. I was never one to say like, oh, I want to be the first, you know, women in the NBA. Or no, I just followed my passion and my heart. And when you work really hard, then I think dreams become true.
Natalie, we're so excited for you. Thank you for joining us. We're coming to watch the game. We're going to keep following along as you build this team. Good luck. We can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Absolutely.